Hi, this is Into the Void Mental Health. My name is Renika Clark. I'm a mental health professional in the state of California, and I'm also a hypnotist. This podcast is for people who are going into the void and need a little help navigating. Hi, I hope you are ready for the journal prompt week. Today, we're talking about expectations. Now, looking up a, a definition of expectations. It is a strong belief or mental anticipation regarding how things will unfold or how something should behave. Now, I know people try to let go of you should not have expectations, go into anything with an open heart. However, however, we have expectations. Even if we are, you taking a leap of faith, we're hoping or having the expectation that ultimately will end up beneficial, right? Here's the problem with expectations is we do not allow ourselves, generally speaking, to readjust our expectation to what has happened or has unfolded, right? What do I mean by this? I mean that we expect something. So I have a picture of a lovely strawberry cake. And I'm like, I'm going to make this lovely strawberry cake. And then as I make this strawberry cake, maybe the actual sponge part of the cake comes out well, but as I'm doing the frosting, it kind of looks a little off. Maybe not as beautiful as the picture. And instead of acknowledging that, you know what, I made this chocolate cake, strawberry cake, I'm sorry, and it doesn't quite, the frosting doesn't quite look like the picture, but it still tastes good. Hopefully, you're tasting your cake along the way. Allowing that to like shape. The expectation was I'm going to make this beautiful strawberry cake. It may just be a tasty strawberry cake, and that should be good enough. So, as we are changing our habits and changing the way we look at the world, a lot of times I say it's a very easy theory, hard practice. It's easy to understand that we have expectations and we need to change them as reality unfolds. It's really hard to change our expectations as reality unfolds. So today, as you pick your one thing you would like to change, allow yourself to also change the expectation of yourself as you are doing the one thing. So, whatever you pick this week, say I'm going to exercise 7 days out of the week. Really notice how many times were you able to exercise and say, okay, is this a reasonable expectation for me to exercise maybe 3, 4 days out of the week or 2, 3 days out of the week? And can I keep up this expectation instead of 7 days a week? Using exercise as an example. We can also use something as learning a hobby. And a hobby where you produce something, like say a hat. I'm learning how to make a hat. Now, whether you're crocheting, knitting, sewing, however you're making the hat, it doesn't matter. You have decided to make a hat. Now, am I expecting the hat to look as beautiful as the picture? Meaning the person who's ever made the picture probably did whatever crafting for how many years? Or am I just trying to complete a hat? Allow yourself to look at what your expectation is and see, can you tailor it to something much more doable and much more realistic, and then either adjust your expectation up as you get more efficient or down so you can get efficient and then move your way up. And I feel like that was a jumbled mess. This week, think of your goal. Think of the one thing you would like to change. and see if that is in your reality. Whatever it is, you can write down, I would like to change blank this week, and then allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to also make mistakes. How come I did not do it? What was going through my head? Is this reasonable for me? All of this is to help adjust your expectations and then do it again. It's not that you didn't do it, it's that you shot too high and burned yourself, or too low and drowned. So allow yourself to find a good middle ground and move on. Now, I hope this was informative this week, but I'm noticing a lot of time people have expectations. And instead of looking at the reality of things, meaning I might have to change my behaviors, I might have to change my thought process, we try to bulldoze our expectations into reality, and that is just not helpful. I'm hoping this helps you complete your one thing over the next 2 weeks, and I look forward to doing another journal prompt episode again. Have a lovely 2 weeks, and hope to do this soon. Bye.